Hey, it's me Marjo. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. We're gonna load a game where we were yesterday. Hint, skip it and fuck that. Okay, the next one we're gonna say to let's say it to Yuri, okay? Yuri, my girl. I still don't know still don't know the voice for Monica, but Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. It's all good, Yuri. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. Is it what's so good? Hell yeah! Everyone likes it! I guess that it might be after reading her thought. Oh, it's me talking. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What we were saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognized in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expression I can't talk right now. I just ate popcorn. Are weakened, okay? Once Yuri finds her train of thoughts, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Okay. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Sure, true. I don't know either. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literal club? It is. Fuck, I can't read this. Ghost under the light, the tenders of my Illuminati beneath the amber glow. I can't read this kind of handwriting. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by sickening blue-green hue of the future I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past, the light flickers. I flick back. Okay, I can't read that. Fuck my life. I'm sorry, I have such terrible hand. No, not bad, but it's so nice and clean. I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Yeah, it did. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Yeah, but I can't read those pretty handwritings. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it wasn't really descriptive. It wasn't it wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, and I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Mark. Really? I must have totally missed the point then. It doesn't sound, yeah. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolical compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe. You're right. Maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Then we only live with Monica and Sarah. We're gonna do Sayori now.
This is a good poem, Mark.
Oh my god! I got slime in my throat.
Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course! It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you really are part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Mark. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know?
What?
Trying new things like this for other people.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. I don't think so either. Then again, I can't deny that she's a part of the reason I joined. Exactly. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you read my poem too, right?
Yes.
Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
Well, we'll see about that. Something I think I can read. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning. It makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. What? That was good. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, boy. Did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit. Oh. What's wrong now? I need to come back. Hold on. There we go. Everything is back now to normal. Sorry if you couldn't see the screen for some seconds. Sorry, okay. My piece is fucked, okay? But anyway, you can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. True.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that. It wasn't a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast?
It's bad to skip breakfast. True. Oh my god, what's happening? Oh my god, oh my god, what's... There we go, it's back. What's happening? Fuck it. I get all cranky. This video is so fucking shit already. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Ah, yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Hell yeah, I do. Monica, the last person. Hi, Mark. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah.
Good. Glad to hear.
Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? I'm trying her voice, but alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Mark. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's just that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I had Monica my poem. Mm-hmm. I like it, Mark. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. About lust and shit, hell yeah. Oh jeez. No. This kinda makes me think of something Natsuki would write. Let's go, me and Natsuki! And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shelf Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but you think about them. They can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be as easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. Fuck off! I don't know if it's just me hearing that, but that's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you to have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not really very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's cause that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. God damn it, let's read it. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle produces? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I never know I wasn't home. I peer outside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already searched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. That's pretty good. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person for asking for feedback. Hahaha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That's it. A lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Hell yeah, I like that. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my medical writing abilities. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, yeah, true. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Saori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They jingly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Oh no. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Oh no, what's happening?
What's with this language? Eh?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively turns the poem on the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant
the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh?
No, I don't know who's talking now.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out that nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Mark did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions on my own. First of all,
excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Mark liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Eh?
She's embarrassed.
That's not what I... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Mark appreciated my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cute to see.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Mark started showing up.
Okay. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. This doesn't beg both of them.
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly both girls turns towards me. I have to just notice I was standing there. Mark! She just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out as the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Mark.
Oh wait, there's a reason we have so many deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning to the most effectively. Avoiding them is not necessarily limited to yourself, it's also a waste. So you need to end. You understand that, right, Mark?
Well,
how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know everything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they probably think more highly of me. Should I just say help me, Sarah? You know what? I'm gonna leave this here. Save. I'm gonna leave this here. Fuck my life. Hope you all enjoyed. Doki Doki Literature Club. I really like the game. I'm gonna get fucked in the next episode. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, subscribe if you want more Doki Doki, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.